Hello, welcome to Essen Travel Vlog. My name is Chris, and here I am in Germany in front of the Kinder display, the National Kinder display. Ignore the fact that this actually says Miami chocolate over here. We're still not in Miami. Just drove here in the van. And now we're gonna hop on a plane. Well, not now, 2 hours from now. We're here early. We're barely back from the World Series of Board Gaming, I realized, when I found this coupon in my backpack still. Wonder if it'd be valid in Dusseldorf. Well, we just got off of the train here at the Messe. We took a van to an airport, hopped on a plane, had to get off the plane, take a bus to another plane. The plane took us to a van, from the van to the train. I'm tired. It's been about 20 hours of travel. Let's get started. Here we are following Jason, probably to a closed exit after all of the train and the boat and the bus and the helipad and everything else we had to do. I am blaming one Jason Levine for bringing us to the closed entrance. It's closed, folks. Essen's over. All right, here it is. We had to take a couple of back doors, a couple of sneaky hallways, things that I vowed I would never reveal again to public humans, but we made it into the halls. Let's go check out the Dice Tower booth. We dropped off Jason over in Hall 2, and now we're in Hall 3. Fantasia Games' excellent booth is right here. Look at Andrew Bosley's artwork. That's some camel bunnies right there. Camel rabbit, camel squirrel rabbit, camel raccoon rabbit. All right, enough of that Andrew Bosley crap. Here we go. Ooh-lee, ooh-lee.
Welcome back to Essen, sir.
Yes, thank you.
So much looking forward to meet.
I wasn't ready to bow to you. You, my friends, bow to no man.
But to Uli, I bow to myself.
What you now see as white walls will soon be covered up with a vinyl decoration to match how beautiful this part of the Dice Tower booth looks. Look at all of this great work that Kenny and Caro have been up to. Kenny actually snuck over here early. He broke away from the office. He did not want to sit next to me on the plane, I think was the big reason. He said, I'll fly it a whole day early and I'll set up the entire booth by myself with Caro just to get away from Chris. Isn't that correct, Kenny?
No, you put words in my mouth.
All right, stuff is looking better, a little bit more set up.
This is a mess.
Well, no,
There's
it looks...
plastic everywhere, paper on the floors.
I love it, Tom. It's perfect to me, okay?
It needs to be clean.
We ran into an Eric Summer.
Hi!
Eric, explain your shirt to the people who don't
So
understand
this
it.
is Roger Wilco from Space Quest 1, Space Quest 2, Space Quest 3, Space Quest 4, Space Quest... Whoops, hang on. Space Quest 1, Space Quest 2, Space Quest 3, Space Quest 4, Space Quest 5, Space Quest 6.
In Space Quest 6, the mowing of the lawnage.
It's a vacuum cleaner. He's a space janitor.
Why is he vacuuming the lawn?
That's... The captain told him to do that.
You follow orders.
Yeah. You're just a space janitor. Suck it up.
We're leaving the Messe behind us, and we are entering the jungle. Welcome to this here jungle, as they say in Germany. We're gonna go get some food. We're hungry. All of us are hungry. Every one of us wants to eat now. Oh yeah, welcome to Germany. This is why I come to Germany, for an authentic local bakery, like this mega chain. I don't care, I'm getting the food. I'm getting the food.
Look at breakfast.
We're here in Essen. It's very early, and you know, it's an unfamiliar city, so I'm hoping I can find a place to pick up some trash. It's really hard to find trash in a new location. Oh, look at here. I'm in good shape.
Wasting away in Margaret for ya.
All right, first train ride done. We are walking in. First up, look at that. One of my most excited games.
Unlike when Jason led us here today, this door is open, and I'm happily using it.
And we're in. It is currently 8:11 in the morning. Setup has started. Cleanup has not.
Where are all the games?
Ever the opportunist, as soon as Tom walks away from the booth, Eric Summer is stealing merchandise. You won't get away this easy, gadget. We all carry heavy things. We all carry heavy things. except for Eric, who's struggling with the cart. We all carry heavy things. Get that final sticker put on there. Heck yeah.
I really enjoyed attending the Golden Demon Awards last year. And I'm excited to be able to come check it out early again. Soon all these display cases will be filled with the entries, and we'll take a look and then attend on Sunday for the awards. It's now going to be a staple for me to attend.
So apparently there's a new expansion coming out for Zombicide 2nd Edition that I haven't heard of. Squid Game from Netflix coming soon. That's an interesting crossover. I gotta see how that's gonna work out, because I watched it and I don't think I saw any zombies in it, but that might have been because I was scared and looking through my fingers. So we are currently on a grand quest just for water, and we can't seem to find a place that'll sell us a few bottles of water. Oh, hey, might crack into that.
Hoisting up the lobotomy sign. Here we go. The hall's coming together. Set up over here in Hall 1, where they have a lot of like the Ameritrash and collectible card games and stuff. And no water.
It's still very early in the morning, still lots of booths that look like that booth. They're still blank, as you can see here, but things are getting done, of course. They're hanging up signage, and many of the booths are starting to get ready and putting up stickers on the walls, what have you. So things are getting there.
We've been sorting the promos and getting more of the signs and stuff put up. It looks good, but we're gonna go check out the First Look media room.
So we're here at the First Look, and we're all going to be competing for the best footage at the First Look. And so here's my entry. I'm going to start here. And
Here's my entry for best footage of First Look. It's Mike giving up.
I'm done already.
This
This is the
shot
first look.
of Mike's shot for First Look.
I'm
We're gonna
done.
be taking a look
First Look.
at some look. We're gonna look at things.
Look at
First look.
See, there's just tables and tables set up with all of these different games on display here. CGE showing off the new Arnak big box, or just the standalone expansion box that you can get. New map, it looks like. This map is gorgeous. New temple track. Rope. I think it comes with a rope.
So Paw Patrol apparently is coming out with their own version of 12 Rivers. It just looks like 12 Rivers. I'm sure it's not. Patrolling the neighborhood, or whatever this is about. I'm not sure. I've never seen it.
Well, I'll be darned if this isn't actually some pretty clever cross-marketing here. Also more clever to just use puffballs instead of real marbles here, where people are just guaranteed to lose them across the floor. They're going over to Master Maikatsu instantly.
One of the small box Knizia card games I was looking at, Meister Makatsu. It's out here with this lovely little presentation, little tatami mats. But the star is going to be the card. Look at that. Beautiful.
Case Seti, space corporations or space companies, or whatever it's called. So new aliens, 3 new of them. Terraforming Mars Prelude stuff, new cards. Riverwood's here from Good Spirit Games. They did Kabuki Tricks, which I liked, and this is a game where you have 3 action tokens per round, a 1, a 2, and a 3 strength, and that's how many action points you get to explore tiles, hire new friends, and work towards scoring objectives. It looks really cute. Look at that pug. Look at him, he's so dapper. It's gonna give it to you.
Compile has been a critical darling lately, so here's some more Compile with a playmat. And then Lone Wolves from Pegasus Spiele is an excellent 2-player game. Really like that one.
I remember seeing this on crowdfunding, and I was not sure what it would look like in person. There you go.
Big old dice. Look at him. Look at him. I want to touch it.
Here's one of the little games I had in my top 10 preview for 2-player games, Little Kingdoms. I just got a little demo of it. It seems like a mean, you know, sort of confrontational 2-player game, but some really fun gears within gears mechanisms going on up here with that queen moving from card to card. And then when she arrives at a card, she'll move that gate, and then the color she lands on will compare that color to the opponent and drain them of their mana.
Woo, look at this playmat for Duel of Cardia. I wonder if it fits in the box. Oh, that bunny is kind of unsettling. So is that monkey. I get real weird vibes. I'm gonna check out. I wasn't convinced I saw these correctly. I did see them correctly. Yikes! You might recognize some all-play games here like Lure over there and Chomp over here, but this is not an all-play logo. That's Ostia Spiele. So different imprints who pick up some of their games.
Here's a couple of new Oink titles that are going to be releasing here at Essen. We got Tropichaos. That's a very lovely looking display. And then we've got what looks like to be a dexterity game over here, Pick and Packers. I think I remember seeing this one where you have to kind of load up items onto this, and you have two people, you can kind of see right here, that are using a single finger to try to pass this thing around when it's got a large stack of items on it.
Hey, what's your favorite show? Avatar, dog.
All right, one me and Joey talked about here. Getting excited for Map Masters, building your dungeon, trying to make the most of each run.
Here's something I've been really excited and looking forward to.
Legions in the Abyss universe, a 2-player game.
Read the rules online, sounds fun. Love the look, love the artwork here.
Pretty cool looking.
Ooh, I'm excited. Excited to try this one out.
Oh, look at that here, a little Dice Tower seal of approval on a, looks like a new printing of All-Star Draft, a hockey-themed card game I really like. It's a neat card drafting system, and so smaller box is a good choice for this one. Oh my gosh, it's so loud. What is going on? Yep, that's about right. Mondu Games over here showing off some of their really good looking one here, magazine, where you're actually putting together the different articles and stuff, pictures for it, showing off the new Veil of Eternity expansion. Mike and I reviewed Kingdom of Dice, Jarafa Rafa. They have a lot going on. A lot of these actually are already reviewed on the Dice Tower channel, but this one I really want to try out. Faust versus Mephisto, a trick taker from Gunnell.
This is one of the games I was interested in, this Facilium. So now I'm actually getting a first chance to peek at some of the components. I do think the little plastic dinosaur pieces are not included, but I do think that what you're doing is putting these cardboard constructs together. Looks like a little bit of tile laying, some worker placements. I talked about this on my most anticipated, and it looks pretty darn cool.
Cosmos is one of the biggest publishers out in Europe, and you see that they're the imprint for a lot of popular games. Flip 7, Cities, Castle Combo, Cascadian stuff that, different companies based on what market you're in.
Lots of bright colored bits and pieces over here. I like the look of those cards a lot. Here we've got some Japan brand, really neat components with these bits, with the bottles, and then this tiny little card game from Simon Collect. Really like the artwork of these. Plus, it's from some really neat designers, Johannes Kuppi and a co-designer, some of the people behind some of my favorite games recently. So I'm psyched to check this one out.
Pegasus is showing off Boss Fighters QR, a QR code-driven cooperative boss fighting game, which looks really cool. They also are going to be doing distribution in Europe for Lightspeed Arena, a game that Tom loves. I need to play more because I like it. When you see Raw and you see Botswana, there is surely a Mike Delisio very close by. Art Glide Games is a couple of really cool looking things. Tornado Splashdown, they're already reviewed on the channel. Railway Boom, a Hisashi Hayashi train game with a lot of different auctions in sequence. And then this big old adorable game about penguins right here called Snow Colony. I want to play this one so desperately. Look at those penguins!
So National Economy, this is a game that I was really excited about. They have an English version that they're going to be bringing out here. And I've just heard really good things about the game. It was recently crowdfunded in Japan, but as you can see here, this is an English version of the game. And it has all of these different little tuck boxes so you can kind of add the different elements of the game in there. But I don't know, something about this is really appealing to me. So excited about this one.
Midwind is a cozy kind of farming game that I've enjoyed. But I've not seen the painted miniatures before.
All right, here we go. This is top 5 exciting games of the show for me. This is Marvel Skirmish in New York, in English anyway. I guess they call it Duel in New York in German. And it is a remake of Fight for Olympus from Matthias Kramer, but of course with a Marvel theme. 2-player head-to-head card game. Bad guys versus good guys. Asymmetric. Really looks good. Can't wait to get a copy of this one.
They have a new rock edition of Hitster. I have less than 7 seconds to be able to explain to a Hitster's a game where you scan a QR code and you play songs. You have to say what year it came out in.
Another Reiner Knizia game? Well, what do you know? Blooming Sea from Korea Board Games. It's like an abstract tetramino placement game.
If it goes too long, then the YouTube's going to copyright strike me. Gotta go by.
With some lovely fish music.
Awaken Realms coming at us with amazing miniatures again. This one for Grim Coven.
All right, I am getting serious camera envy right now. Here we got something I haven't heard about before, I think. Elder Tide, 1,000 Lights. It's got some really captivating artwork, some nice acrylic standees. Gotta love the acrylic standees. And then some simple but clean wooden bits. This whole thing is very intriguing. I'm gonna have to check this out.
The most intimidating thing here.
Another one I was interested in is Aquaria here from Delicious Games. Another one where I'm getting the first chance to actually see the game on the table. It's like we've got several different kind of interaction points here. This looks like a player board to me. It looks like an aquarium. Some lovely looking cards.
Here at the Mighty Boards table, they're showing off a few things. The new Fate Forge expansion. Red North looks gorgeous. I just learned this is actually a redoing of a game came out last year called Sayer, S-A-E-R, which I thought was a neat, small, weirdo card game. They've kind of tightened it up. They have their release of 10B coming out. I'll be playing this at the booth later. And then across the aisle here, they also have a huge pinched display. Look at this. I love all this little detail here. This little free hanging man. Yeah, you robbed the Louvre, didn't you? Didn't you?
Burgle Brothers Blackjack is, well, as it says on the table here, cooperative deck building, push your luck to crack the safe kind of game. I like the cards. Looks like a regular deck of cards.
More burglars. Look at Ryan's excellent artwork on these cards. I love mixing the Burgle Bros characters with the different face cards and stuff. I'm so excited about this one.
Looks like a small box, sort of a pocket-sized game.
So here's another game that I have in my interest list here. This is Ghost Lift, trick-taking game. Some fantastic art as always by Sai Beppu. Love the theme of this. The aesthetic is pretty exciting as well.
Here we got Celestia Duo with a fun little cardboard ship there and some dice and some cards. Another cool ship over here, look at that. I like the original, but it's probably very different from the original, to be fair.
The thing I love about the media room is seeing this guy with the mobile entire news station. This is incredible, and Dr. Knizia there showing off in front of the Quirkle dancers, Quirkle Flex. If you buy Quirkle Flex, it comes with the Quirkle Flex dancers, Quirkle Flex.
Here we've got Deckers, which has been advertised all over the building, actually. This is a really cool look and a great theme, of course. And then Ghost Bumpers. I've also had my eye on that one. Looks really cute. Love the artwork. Seems nice and silly.
You never know what you're going to see at Essen. The Ghost Bumpers. Oh, it's coming at me. It's coming at me. It's a lawsuit happening soon. Oh, it's you can get a Marcus Brandt game, actually. That's assault. That's assault. Agent Dog.
This looks like a fun card game. Simultaneous reveal. Try to be in the right spot at the right time. We've got here the Cat and the Tower, which you can play co-op or competitively. Mustache, trick-taking card game for families. Insurrections, one I had looked at previously, looks really fun. Hand management.
Always fun to see Min and Elwin, designers of Lost Ruins Arnak. Hey guys!
Hi.
They're showing off Twisted Paths here. So the new expansion for Lost Ruins Arnak, now available on its own, not just as part of the big box. So excited to check it out.
They finally did it, folks. They squared zero. They made up imaginary numbers. The square root of -1 of 0. It's uno zero, baby! I'm here at the Creardo booth. Davide over here just introduced me to 3 of their games. Zombie Diner, where you're serving up food in a solitaire, trying to survive in a diner, but also you gotta make the money. You gotta serve the customers. The Influencer, where you're trying to rob the fan base from other influencers, just like in real life. And then lastly, Colleagues, where you're trying to get away with doing the least work possible without getting caught and reprimanded. Look at him. Look at him. He's so disappointed in you, just like your real boss. Most companies use what's called a flat tabletop to show off their games, like Hurry Harry or Calcool. But look, no, Portal Games says we're going to take this to the 3rd dimension. That's right, Race to Berlin, Age of Galaxy, and Hiroshima Hex are all being shown at a tilt. That's got to be award-winning footage right there from photojournalist Chris Yee.
Absolutely beautiful art here in Bohemians. The new one from Portal. Look at those cards.
I'll be honest, I straight up don't know how to pronounce the Tea Garden expansion. Purer over here. New cards, some new objectives, little tokens that come together, and a sideboard, all looking very good. New Garden Lake, paging Uwe Rosenberg. Polyominoes are back, baby.
All right, so if you saw my most anticipated video, you saw this, Children of the Colossi from Cosmodrome Games. This is a game I just got a little bit of a high-level overview from the designer, and at the beginning of the game, you're going to be choosing among 3 of these 5 colossi. You are representatives of these different tribes, so if you want to have a lot of actions, you have to have a lot of your pieces up on these action boards. But if you want to be involved in battles down here, then you have to have them down here. So it sounds very interesting. I was already interested going in, and nothing I've heard in this overview has made me less excited. So there you go. That's Children of the Colossi.
One of the things about Spiel, because it is so much more international than Gen Con, you'll see Glutes right over here, which is actually Emberheart, which is over there. And so here's proper Mind Clash showing off their game. Let's go talk with them. So Shoma from Mind Clash gave me a little overview here. Shall I tell you about Emberheart? No, it's for me only. It's a worker placement bidding game. So there's different spots where you can place out your workers. But you also have to place these extra like grunt tokens and stuff, extra workers to go with. And then you resolve these areas. Or you can take one of these little bonuses. Okay, do you want to try to defend yourself from the bad stuff or choose what bad stuff will happen to other people? Do you want to go first? You want to be able to move back on the uh-oh track up there. So this is a much more family weight or welcoming kind of weight game from what Mind Clash does. And I'm really excited to try this one now. Mike will be playing it at the booth later. Indie Boards and Guards showing off Flashpoint Legacy, but of more interest to me is actually Invincible, the card game, which is based off of Astro Knights, which is based off of Anne's End. And so you get all the characters from Invincible. Oh, you might as well put Omni-Man's health at 99.99 right there. There's no way he's going down. Here I am just trying to learn Diwan here from Stefan from Asmodee, but no, we have to be interrupted by
We've been
the
invaded
Mystics
by a tribe.
and by Eric Summerers. Oh my gosh, I'll never learn how to play this very simple set collection card game. Never!
They're a little one note.
They're a little one
They're a
note.
little one note.
What you holding there in your hand, Eric?
Well, this is an exciting promo. It says 7 Wonders Dice, but this is a promo for 7 Wonders, 7 Wonders, like the original game. But it's in the style of 7 Wonders Dice and uses a die from 7 Wonders Dice to play 7 Wonders. Am I confusing you yet? Probably. I'm confused.
I want one of those, Eric.
You should get one. Look in your hand.
Whoa, magic! Well, that was a quick look at T1, but I didn't realize I was sitting on a Wookiee the whole time.
So this is the game I definitely talked about in my preview. This is called Kikai. It used to be called Bricolage Heads. You can still see that underneath that main title. This is an updated version of a game that I've had for a while. Japanese game where you are building these large art structures. And the board is slightly different from what my version is. And the meeples are a little screen printed, which is different. So slightly different art, but essentially it looks very similar to the Bricolage Heads game that I've had, but I do like the updates that they've geared to amaze.
Marble in! What's your price for flight in finding Mr. Right? All of the Carcassonne is getting remade, but they took away the catapult, and there's a big panorama, because everyone's going to display their Carcassonne like that. Well, this is news to me. Exploding Kittens, Das Brettspiel. The board game, which is actually a pop-up book, and it looks like it has lots of different chapters to it. So, interesting. Big Troubadour came on the scene big last year with Galileo Galilei. So here's Luna, which looks great. Forestry, which looks pretty great as well. And Pilgrims, which looks so weird. Here's Covenant, one big game over there from Herman P. Millon, Red Carpet, Eloy Pujadas, and then of course a White Castle Duel, which looks so good. It might be little, but there it is. Pirates of Maracaibo, the Bermuda expansion. And these cards look like they add some cool little treasures, little races and stuff to go for. So I want to see what the heck this one's about. Die Kraken. Welcome to Podcast the Game. What type of things are going to be in Podcast the Game? Icebreaker, statements, good memories. What's an example of an icebreaker? Oh yeah, it's going to be in German. Pass. Germany loves books. Certainly one of the most anticipated games of the convention is Recall from Alliant Games, who's also publishing this cute little trick taker, Tax the Rich, that I want to try out. Has some nice wrinkles to trick taking, is what it sounds like, but you can see the DNA from Revive over here on Recall. This is a new edition of Arkwright. That is a large box. That's like a Lacerda game looking size box. You can see Tianxia behind it being dwarfed by it, but it's got new artwork and new production. It looks great. It has custom trays and everything for it even. So yeah, new edition of Arkwright. Got a quick rundown of Pulitzer over here. This is the journalism game, the hidden value worker placement, where you're trying to get majorities, rows, columns in different areas. Why? To get evidence. And your evidence has to be connected by your red string. Run out of red string, you don't win the case. You burned yourself, son. So anyway, this looks great. You love to see a family reunion after so many years separated. Do you want to run a space orchestra? Well, you can in Philharmonics. I'm excited this one's coming out here. I've been singing about this for a while from Arcona Games, so I'll have to check out more. Look at that guy. Is he a tuba, or is he going to play a tuba? You'll never know. Some companies do not hold back when it comes to theme trains of Europe. This looks interesting. Catan Connect, presumably for the Xbox 360 attachment. Nope, it's not for the Xbox Connect. I don't actually know anything else about this, but this looks interesting. I like the bridge pieces and stuff, but it looks like a fold-out map. I need to learn a lot more about this. Here we have Sanibel being shown off by Avalon Hill, who just did Cosmo Lancer recently. And Elizabeth Hargrave herself is here showing off the game, talking about a little bit. And look, Jason Levine has found a little bit of Florida right here. Hey, quick, jump into Florida. Oh, that was a mistake. Bye, Jason.
Do you need help to get out of this?
Look, I'm in Florida, Germany. Florida, Germany. Germany, Florida. Where do they even find beach chairs in Essen?
I have no idea.
Look at all the Freedom and Freeze games. 5 families, yeah. Look, mean-looking area control game. All about the moolah. I like that. Fair enough. The official game of Spiel Essen, where you have to try to play cards to collect as many goodies as you can and not lose out on time. Look, see, we've got official meat on there. We got Fearless or Furchtlos. This is a simple trick-taking game. We've got Formidable Farm, a game where you're trying to combo through cards and burn through your entire deck. And I'm not familiar with this Freedom and Freeze game. Floshenschlag. So Click a Tree, Uwe Rosenberg's game here. This is named after a charity about reforesting plant life in Africa, where you're going to be taking tiles, paying for them based on fruit between, adding them out to your display, and then you're going to be harvesting more fruits. But in order to clear out these tiles getting in the way of your storage, you have to complete the objectives on there, and you win by getting tiles all the way to the top or a certain amount at each of the rows here. So yeah, Uwe Rosenberg from Skellig Games. Here's the English language all play section. Look at that nice impromptu sign right there. All play booth 50415. I'm going to be playing this here later at the booth, Piñatas. This is an excellent trick taker from Dr. Rainer Knizia. He's around somewhere. Rainer, can you sign this copy that I'm going to steal? Okay, well, I didn't see him. Anyway, Piñatas, great. Well, we're several hours into this, but I think we've about seen everything, including Hilmar, a web developer. Thank you, Hilmar, for that grand entrance. So yeah, we've seen most of the stuff here. My legs are tired, so anything that we haven't seen, we hope to see out in the halls. This is such a useful, helpful part of the event for me. Let's get going. After doing the first look room, I was walking through the halls here, and you can see that things are still in process of being built. Packing material for booths and stuff everywhere. By tomorrow, it's amazing how this all comes together and really comes to life. Well, the Dice Tower booth has really come along. Everyone put in the hard work. And look at this. Look at this custom Dice Tower covers that say, "We're closed." The booth is closed, Eric. Do not touch the closed booth. It's closed. You should leave. Don't do it, Eric. Don't do it. I'll throw Tom's luggage at you. All right, it's time to leave. Let's go through the sweet, sweet turnstile doorways. Morgen die Spiel.
Hurry up, move it.
Wait, where's the exit?
Back in it there.
Back in. Morgen die Spiel. Spiel Essen. We're going out different doors. And now for the reason I actually come to Essen. We are so back. After a nice evening out and some good dinner, we're back here at the hotel playing some games to kind of wind down, and Tom is thrilled. Just excited to be here with such pleasant company. We love all you guys. Thanks so much for working hard and volunteering at the booth and everything. Excited for the convention to start tomorrow. Tom has woken up from his slumber, and we'll be ending the vlog. Good night, everybody.
Hey, thanks for watching another video here on the Dice Tower. We really appreciate you stopping by and checking our things out. Thanks so much for joining us today. And hey, if you really like what we're doing here at the Dice Tower, then there are different ways to support the Dice Tower. One of those ways is through Patreon. We have links in the description to this video, and we have links to lots of other things we do down there, so definitely check it out. But either way, we're glad you watched us. Tell your friends about the Dice Tower. Until next time, though, I'm Tom Vassell, and I hope you enjoyed this video.
Definitely one of the most anticipated games of the con is going to be Recall here from Alliant Games. It has a little bit of a look of Revive, and this is a cute trick taker over here, Tex the Rich, that I want to try out. It sounds like it has some neat little change-ups. Oh my gosh.